Be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and then you can have dominion. This is the fourth and final episode in this series on building wealth God's way, and I'm so excited. I hope you've been following the series and I hope it has blessed you. If it has, please leave me a comment and let me know that it has blessed you, and let me know what you learned in this series. And today we're going to be talking about subdue, and subdue that leads to dominion. Okay, so I'm going to be taking it as one because I believe that when you successfully subdue, then you have dominion. Now, let me start with definitions, because I love definitions, because I believe that with definitions, we get clarity, we get context in this conversation. Now, so what does it mean to subdue? I got definitions from multiple articles and people who had written about the concept of subdue, and I found them very interesting. Okay, now one definition means to keep, to watch over, to preserve, to pay attention, and to protect. Now, so subduing is an active word. It's like saying, you know what, this is yours, keep it, preserve it, pay close attention to it, I love that one, and protect it. Now, another definition says that these terms indicate active power or rule involving physical force or effort. Okay? So subdue is an active word. It involves physical force or effort to bring something under subjection, to bring something under control. And then you might wonder, why do we need to bring the earth under control? Why do we need to, as part of the mandate of building wealth, bring something under control? Now, one author says that the word subdue indicates that though all God made was good, it was still of a great degree underdeveloped or undeveloped. Ta-da! So I think that is where the key is. And so think about it. If what God made and God gave us, and that God said the seed that he gave us, we should go and use it to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish, like we talked about in the last three episodes of this series. But there was still more potential. There was still more potential. And so it was still greatly underdeveloped. And so meaning that your gift, you've been fruitful with it, you multiply with it, you've replenished it, but for it to be truly lasting, for it to make a difference in the world, you have to bring it under control. Okay? So it says the word subdue indicates that through all God was made, it was a bit underdeveloped. And let me go further. It says to subdue the earth is to explore the created world and harness its laws for the good of mankind. Now, I believe that subdue is like the highest level of wealth creation that leads to the ultimate plan of God for his children, which is to have dominion. Why do I believe that? Because when you bring things under control, when you bring the earth and the fullness thereof under control for the good of mankind, okay, you've transcended yourself. I believe that subdue is a level where you go from success to significance. Subdue is a level where you're not just trying to be fruitful for yourself or multiply, take care of your immediate family, or replenish, even make a difference in the lives of a few thousands of people. But now, you are literally harnessing the gifts, the potential, the talents, or whatever it is you built, okay, for the good of mankind. Think about it. When we think about rulers or queens or kings and all that, they have what they call domains. Okay, domain is, maybe it can be a territorial domain, a land space, or whatever it is. And they usually have dominion over their domain. And most of the time, the dominion is demonstrated by their ability to care for and manage and control their domain. And so if subdue, the word subdue is that active word which is to preserve, to pay close attention, and to protect. It means, therefore, it is through subduing that dominion is really established. Let that sink in, and I hope what I'm saying is making sense to you, all right? And so, therefore, when you hear about things like generational wealth, Okay, next level, right? Last week we were talking about replenishing, talking about going global and everything. But now when you begin to hear about things like generational wealth, it means that somebody or a group of people have actually subdued. They've actually taken a business, a territory, an idea, or whatever it is, and not only has it become fruitful, not only has it multiplied, not only has it replenished, they've put it under control. They've put structures, they've put systems, they've put processes in place that ensures that it transcends even their existence, that it continues to protect, it continues to be preserved even after they leave the earth. And that is the level of subduing. And so if you're listening to me, you're thinking, you know what, I want to build generational wealth. I just don't want to build wealth that only myself and maybe my immediate children will enjoy. I want to leave an inheritance for my children and my children's children and my children's children to multiple generations, that they will bless me. You know, I want my grandchildren, my great grandchildren to be trust fund children because I did good. I built generational wealth. If you're thinking like that, that is where subdue comes into place. And so you are not just taking the resources and wasting it. No, you're taking the resources, you're building systems, you're building structures to ensure that your resources preserve or persevere even after you're gone. At the level of subdue, you're thinking about, okay, maybe you built a successful company, you built a successful career, you built some amount of wealth. Okay, are you going to create a will? Are you going to create a trust? How are you going to ensure that you preserve it? And not only that, how are you going to ensure that it also does good to mankind? Are you going to create a foundation? Okay, what are you going to do? They are getting to the level of subduing. Now, there's some people that have been long gone and they're long dead, but their name still lives. Rockefeller, right? There's still the Rockefeller Foundation. At one point, was the richest man in the world, right? But he's created something because he has put processes and protected the world he created. And through that, he created something that is still existing, whether or not he's still alive. Okay, and so that's the level you need to begin to think about when you're thinking about subduing so that you will have dominion. Think about Sam Walton of Walmart. Sam Walton has been long gone, but Walmart has dominion, especially in the United States, because it's a business that has persevered. It's a business that has been preserved, has been protected, keeps existing, keeps growing, because Sam Walton not only was fruitful, not only did he multiply, not only did he replenish, he subdued. He created systems, structures that has preserved his legacy. And so Walmart continues to have dominion. And so we even see some families doing the same thing. Their businesses, their legacy outlives them. Generations are blessing them. There is a wealth transfer across generations because a few wise people, okay, not only were fruitful, not only multiplied, not only replenished, they subdued. And now they've created domains and they have dominion. Okay? And so my challenge to you is, as you're thinking about building wealth God's way, know that God expects you not only to just build wealth, but also to preserve the wealth, okay? And also to create processes, systems that it will also be used for the good of mankind. That even after you've gone to the world beyond, it will continue to make a difference in the earth. And that it will continue to make the earth a better place. So that as long as the earth remains, all right, the Bible says seed time and harvest will not cease. And so therefore you want to ensure that whatever you have created, whatever you've contributed, ensures that the earth is preserved and ensure that it's for the good of mankind. I hope that this has inspired you. I hope that this has challenged you. I hope that this series has blessed you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with somebody. And this is the series you should share with your family members. This is the series you should share with your spouse, if you're thinking of, or your partner, or whatever it is, if you're really thinking about building not only wealth God's way, but generational wealth. Let me know if it adds value to you in the comments, and hopefully I will see you again in my other videos. Bye-bye.